And right now we're joined by Melinda McGoldrick from the American Red Cross. And Melinda is a preparedness expert. Let's pick up from where Jennifer's story left off in terms of establishing a family plan. What do you suggest in order to make sure that that happens?
Well, it's something that's really simple. Anybody can do it over dinner tonight, anytime that you're with your family. Basically setting up two different meeting places. And one of those meeting places is going to be right outside your home in case of a home fire or other reason why you needed to evacuate quickly. And the other place is going to be somewhere that's outside of your neighborhood, just in case for some reason you can't get back into where your home is. Your family still knows where to go to meet back up. And the other part of that, of course, is having people's phone numbers written down, having those emergency contacts decided ahead of time. That way, if something does happen, people know where to go and who to get in touch with.
If we do have a big earthquake, what should we have at home in order to be prepared for it as best we can?
Absolutely, you need to be storing water, about a gallon of water per person per day. You also need to be storing food for the whole family, things that have a decent amount of shelf life, things that don't have to be cooked to be eaten, that are high in calories, and also things like a first aid kit and a radio so that you can stay in touch with what's happening and where you can go to pick up additional supplies.
What would be the Red Cross's role in the event of an earthquake disaster?
The Red Cross generally provides shelters and things like mass care, so that's looking at meals that we can provide, at mental health support that we can offer, making sure that people have a safe place to go where they can get access to additional resources.
And the resources that would be needed would be different for the people on the coast as opposed to those of us that are inland. Two different issues there. The coast would deal with the tsunami, we deal with infrastructure and debris problems.
Absolutely. So the people on the coast really need to be aware that, you've got to get away from those inundation zones as quickly as possible. And then once you're at that evacuation point, it might be a while before you can get away from that area again. So making sure that they have the supplies with them to last through, at least 72 hours at that place.
And then for those of us inland, like in the Portland area?
Well, you're looking at, again, at least 72 hours worth of supplies that you need to have on hand. But some of our local government partners are saying it could be even longer. So really just being aware of the risks and planning as much as you can ahead of time.
What would be the biggest challenges for the Red Cross?
Well, we're all going to be affected by the disaster as well. So all of our volunteers, while they have all that great training, they're going to be concerned about their families and where they are and getting back together with the people that they care about. So it's going to be one of those times that we are going to rely on our greater Red Cross network and, have that support coming in from other areas as well.
Do you do a lot of drills related to earthquake preparedness and response?
Absolutely. Our volunteers go through a lot of training, and we like to practice those skills just to make sure that we know we have those supplies on hand and that we're ready to go and set up shelters wherever they might be needed.
Yeah, and everyone says, we talked to a geologist yesterday, and he says that the likelihood of an earthquake is very high, and it would be a big one when it happens. Could happen tomorrow, it could happen 50 years from now, but you're looking at it as if it is going to happen at some point.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been shown to happen periodically throughout the last, 8,000 years that they've been able to date it, so we are definitely overdue for that next big earthquake.
All right, thanks Melinda. The Red Cross perspective on how we can prepare and how the Red Cross prepares as well.
Jenny,
back to you.
Yeah, thanks.